Lost
Pentagon,
footage.
CNN's military affairs correspondent Jamie McIntyre. And Jamie, you got very close to where that plane went down.
That's right.
So, what role do you think George Bush had to do with this event, if at all?
Hey guys, welcome back. Tonight's video will break your reality. Hope you guys are ready because tonight's video is packed full of conspiracies. We got 9/11 conspiracies. We got Bill Gates conspiracies. If you guys are ready, let's check these out.
Did you know Oprah Winfrey has been securing Maui Land like it's a trending bestseller? In just 2023, she invested in a vast 520-acre plot for $3.89 million, then went for another 330 acres at $2.47 million, not to mention the two 10-acre patches she bought in 2022 for $100,000 each. From a mere 100 acres in Maui, Oprah now commands over 1,000 acres. But here's the twist. Amidst this real estate surge, a sudden fire happens, destroying homes nearby, but leaving her vast terrains unscathed. Does that ring a bell? Think back to 2017. A deadly fire consumed homes near her Montecito mansion. Yet once again, Oprah's property emerged untouched. And after that event, she expanded her Montecito land holdings to a whopping 70 acres, even snapping up a 4-acre complex in 2019, which was decimated by mudslides shortly after the 2017 fire. The connections, the acquisitions, and the timing are definitely food for thought. Stay tuned with us for more mysteries and money tales. What do you think about these coincidences? Share your theories in the comments and let's unravel this together.
With all the other conspiracies around Oprah, I don't think this one is too far out there. According to the video, she already done it before, right? There was some mysterious fires around her property. Everything else got burned except for her property. Lo and behold, now it happens again at another place. Same thing happens. Everything gets burned except for her land. And then what is she gonna do? She's gonna go ahead and buy more land this time? More coincidences. And don't get me started on her and Cat Williams and all the stuff that he's been saying about her. Now I hear Keanu Reeves has also joined in talking about Oprah. So
Lost
Pentagon,
footage.
CNN's military affairs correspondent Jamie McIntyre. And Jamie, you got very close to where that plane went down.
That's right, Judy. A while ago, I walked right up to next to the building. Firefighters were still trying to put out the blaze. The fire, by the way, is still burning in some parts of the Pentagon. And I took a look at the huge gaping hole that's in this sideway. But from my close-up inspection, there's no evidence of a plane having crashed anywhere near the Pentagon. The only site is the actual side of the building that's crashed in. And as I said, the only pieces left that you can see are small enough that you could pick up in your hand. There are no large tail sections, wing sections, a fuselage, nothing like that.
you heard it here first, straight from the reporter's mouth. There's no signs of a plane having crashed anywhere near there. The only evidence that they have is a couple of pieces that they could pick up with their hands. So you're telling me that a whole 747 would just ram into a side of a building and there will be no debris whatsoever, only the small pieces that you're able to pick up with your hands? That definitely doesn't add up in my book. So let me know what you guys think about that one.
So, what role do you think George Bush had to do with this event, if at all?
Here you see Tyler Oliveira interviewing the former New York City Fire Commissioner, Christopher Gioia, who adamantly believes that 9/11 was an inside job.
I think George Bush went along for the ride. I think the real perpetrator, the real culprit behind it is the former Vice President, Dick Cheney. Dick Cheney, I would call Darth Vader. Dick Cheney was in charge of everything. He took control of the military prior to and on that day, and he choreographed. The Pentagon, just so you viewers know, is the most heavily defended building in the world. The pilot who allegedly was piloting the plane that crashed into the Pentagon, his name was Hani Handra, and he, according to the 9/11 Commission, was the worst pilot out of the bunch. Now, they supposedly were training on Cessnas, so he went to this flight school, and he was such a poor pilot that the instructors wouldn't even certify him on flying a single-engine propeller plane. Yet, he is supposed to have taken this commercial jetliner and done some aerobatic maneuvers to bring it in almost ground level and go into the side of the Pentagon. So, at the time, it had an active surface-to-air missile defense, so they could shoot down incoming planes. There are more security cameras around the Pentagon, even back then. The FBI confiscated between 80 to 90 videos they have of what hit the Pentagon. they won't release it. Like I said, the more you investigate, the more you don't want to look at it. 9/11 is the biggest lie of our lifetimes.
This video is all that's really out there.
Tyler then went to the Pentagon so you could truly see just how difficult it would have been to actually hit it.
All right, let's pause it here. Did you hear all that? That is crazy. When they show you like how low the plane had to be in order to hit the side of the building, and for the pilot of that plane being the worst pilot of all of them, there's no way that he could pull that off. I mean, even if he did, you would at least see pieces of the plane on the floor, like before he hit, because I'm pretty sure he would have scratched the floor. It wouldn't have been that low without touching anything. There's trees, there's fences. Come on, there's light poles, and for there to be cameras there, and for the FBI to just come in, grab all the cameras, grab all the footage, and never release a single shot of those cameras, bro, come on. Like,
see already from here where it's lighter colored in the center.
Okay.
That's the section they repaired.
Oh, is there like security cameras all over the wall right there?
There are, and that's what you're seeing up there at the top.
Got it.
And you actually, if they catch you taking a picture, they will come out and confiscate.
Oh, really?
And not take pictures of the Pentagon. You can take pictures of.
Are we going to take video? Cameras over there, cameras over there, cameras over there, cameras everywhere. Point being, if the plane were to hit that wall, it makes sense that it would be captured on video. And how is the pilot able to perform that maneuver? Also, doesn't make a ton of sense unless it was pure fluke accident. And secondly, how in the hell does a passenger plane get even this close to this building? The security on here must be insanity. How is that possible? So just consider how low the plane had to fly and what maneuver it had to perform to hit the plane wall. There are a few frames in a sort of still framey video right here, but not a single video showing this full event occurring with context.
Thanks for watching. Make sure to go check out Tyler Oliveira. And remember, if it's more interesting, you can find it here.
yeah, I don't think there's any way that that was a plane that hit the side of the Pentagon. You saw the light poles, you saw the fence. Like, how is a plane going to do that? If a plane hits one of those light poles, it's going to pretty much blow up on the spot. And even if it doesn't blow up, let's say it takes out a wing, you will see the wing on the floor, right? And then for that 1 millisecond video that they showed, that just looks like an explosion or a missile. Remember that the part of the Pentagon that got hit was supposedly empty for renovation. So you're telling me that he specifically hit the part of the Pentagon that had nobody in there. Why was there nobody in there? Maybe because they had a whole bunch of explosives set up in order to cause that explosion. I don't know. I'm just guessing. The other point that I forgot to talk about before is that they said that the Pentagon had ground-to-air missile defenses, and you're telling me that none of those missiles fired when they saw the incoming plane. Come on. None of this is adding up. But let me know down in the comments what you guys think happened there.
This is U.S. currency, and when it's folded in a certain way, a series of events seem to occur. What do you think it is?
Yeah, that one is wild. I used to fold them like that when that whole 9/11 had happened, and people used to talk about it all the time, and some people was like, nah, that's just coincidence. It's like, yeah, coincidence my ass. There's another one that if you fold it a different way, you could see the Pentagon with the smoke coming out of it, just like you see in the towers on those bills.
Agent Smith effect. If you're talking to somebody like a friend or a family member about what you saw on TV, everybody's having a great conversation about it, but as soon as you stop and talk about is 9/11 a conspiracy, or what they're putting in our food is poison, all of a sudden that person will then change, and they'll almost become like a prison guard to stop you from talking about those topics. It's like this matrix programming takes over their body.
You know what? That's an interesting way of looking at it. Never thought about it like that. But it is true. Like, if you start talking to just, let's call them regular people, people that do not believe in conspiracies, let's say your family members, you start talking to them about like some type of conspiracy or whatever, their whole attitude completely changes. It does like a complete 360 on you, and they either start mocking you, they start laughing at you, or then they get angry, or they just walk away because they don't want to hear it. It's like something deep inside them is preventing them from listening and paying attention. It's like something causes them not to want to hear what you're saying. That's actually one of the reasons I started this channel, because I pretty much didn't have anybody to talk about conspiracies with. So I was like, oh, let me take it to YouTube. I'm pretty sure there's going to be some like-minded people out there. Let me know down in the comments if you ever went through something similar with your family members or friends that didn't want to listen to anything you had to say. There was a conspiracy.
Saw a little blurb update today on Epstein. It was showing a photo of him at Disney. He's sitting down at the table, piglets behind him. It's him and another guy sitting down, and this guy is holding this girl like by her arms like this. That same girl is in another photo with Epstein. They're on the plane. She's like she's sleeping, she's laying down, and he's holding her like this. Then come to find out, Disney sent kids to his island for snorkeling trips for like 9 years.
Snorkeling.
And their cruise ships made stops at his island all the time.
Dude.
That is freaking unbelievable. You could tell the way that they see he's holding that little girl, like he's not holding her so that she won't fall. He's holding her so that she won't get away. And then for there to be another picture of the girl like passed out on the plane, like, bro, no. Like, this was also a conspiracy. Like, the Disney was sending kids to the island, and all the kids that go missing on Disney. I don't know if you guys seen that Pinocchio scene where the fox is talking to a guy and he's talking about Epstein Island, where they take the kids and then they never come back as boys anymore. I don't know, but there's too many little hints that they're giving us here and there, and people are just not paying attention. They've been telling us what they're doing is a game to them. They need to tell us what they're going to do. I guess that makes it more fun. It's like,
shit is getting real, y'all. Here's something you don't see every day. It's snowing in South Africa. Look at this, y'all. Look at the giraffe. Look at the lions, y'all. They're perplexed by the snow on the rocks. Look at that. They're confused. What is going on? And the temperatures are only going to drop even further. But look at the mountain, y'all. It's completely white. It's completely white. You can't even see it, y'all. And people are going to say this is hard weather manipulation, instead of realizing we are in a new earth. The earth is rising. The frequency is rising. Just as much as the frequency of the earth is changing and is raising, so must you. This is what's called the butterfly effect. We are caterpillars turning into beautiful butterflies. But snow in South Africa, that's wild. That's something I've never seen before. Let me know what you guys think about this video. Please like, comment, and share for more videos like this. Follow me on all these platforms, y'all, and let's get this shift. Peace in.
Yo, that's wild what's happening in Africa. Has it ever snowed in Africa like that? I don't know. I will have to do some research on that, but it's still crazy to me that they will be getting that amount of snow where the mountains are covering snow. Like, you could see at least 2 inches of snow in the background. And that whole thing about the single digits temperature happening in Texas in the upcoming weeks, that's also crazy to me. Like, what is happening to the weather? Are they manipulating the weather, or do you think there is something is actually happening where we're gonna get some type of ice age coming soon? And again, this is my thinking of why they're building artificial suns to begin with. I don't know. Let me know in the comments below.
First, we've got population. The world today has 6.8 billion people. That's headed up to about 9 billion. Now, if we do a really great job on new vaccines, healthcare, reproductive health services, we could lower that by perhaps 10 or 15%. But there we see an increase of about 1.3. The second factor is the services we...
So there you have it, straight from the horse's mouth. Bill Gates, he said that if we do a good job with healthcare, reproductive health services, and vaccines, then we might be able to lower the population by 13%. And that whole talk is about basically reducing the greenhouse gases on the planet. Why would he say it like that if he didn't mean it? Some people are saying that, oh, you guys are taking this out of context. That's not what he meant. No, that's exactly what he meant. That's why his father was one of the leaders in the whole Planned Parenthood, which the whole idea was to reduce population by deletion. He has the Population Control Foundation, I think I read also, with him and his wife, and him taking and buying all this farmland, him also pushing the, you know, I'm not even gonna say it, but you know what I mean. Let me know in the comments what you think about this piece of garbage.
Bill Gates is now the largest owner of farmland in the United States. But the thing is that he keeps saying that we've got to cut our consumption of meat out to be healthy, and that we're going to get used to these meat alternatives. When a guy like that says that, I'm like, are you making money because of this? Like, what the f*** are you talking about? How are you giving any health advice when you look like that?
Not only that he's making money out of it, but his agenda is to reduce population. In order to do that, they need to make food scarce. It does two things. First, increases the price of the food so they make more money. It reduces the people that are able to buy that food. It keeps the land for himself and his family, and actually consume real meat, real vegetables, while everybody else is eating the garbage that they're synthesizing in the lab. Oh, I found the video about Planned Parenthood and Bill Gates. Check this out.
Bill Gates said what he said. So if you don't want to get it by now, maybe listen to the fact that he mentioned that his father was a part of Planned Parenthood. If his father was a part of Planned Parenthood, what was the objective of Planned Parenthood? He said his father. And you're talking about in the 30s now. You're talking about someone by the name of Margaret Sanger, who's the founder of Planned Parenthood. What did she say the purpose was? Margaret Sanger, who was an honorary Klanswoman. Margaret Sanger, who used to give lectures at Klans rallies talking about the population of Negroes and particularly has to be lessened. Margaret Sanger, who said that, quote, Negroes are like human weeds and should be exterminated, end quote. Margaret Sanger, who in a black and white interview with Mike Wallace said, quote, I believe the greatest sin is to bring a child into the world, end quote. And you're saying that the number one problem right now in the world is overpopulation. You are a goddamn lie. You're literally a liar. There's over 196,940,000 square miles of planet Earth, 57,255,000 square miles of land, 139,655,000 square miles of water. Who the hell are you playing with? And you're telling me that 7.7 billion people occupy all of this land? No, we do not.
They scared of you,
You ever
bro.
drove through Texas?
They scared of that.
You can't fool us no more. You ever drove through Texas? You ever drove through Nevada? You ever drove through Oklahoma? How much empty space is out there? We ain't overpopulated. We are densely populated. Too many people are trying to live in a certain place. That's the problem. But there is tons of land, brother, all over this planet. It is plentiful. So knock off the depopulation tactics. And
what is it about?
That's it.
He said it. There's a lot of land out there. It's just that everybody lives in a densely populated space, and it feels like it's crowded. But I mean, they control the land. They tell you where to go, where you cannot. They tell you where you can't go, where you can walk, where you could travel. There's people that go out there and they live off the grid and they live happily. You have to hunt your own food. You have to do everything yourself. So a lot of people are not willing to do that. These people really get away with what they're trying to do. We're screwed.
If all the people in the world, 9 billion inhabitants, stood next to each other, 4 people per 1 square meter, the entire human population would fit on an area the size of the Istrian Peninsula. If each person in the world were provided with a space of about 1,000 square meters to grow food for themselves, the entire human population would fit on an area equivalent to the size of Brazil. If each 4-member family were provided with a space of about 700 square meters to grow food for themselves, the entire human population would fit on an area equivalent to Iran. In 2019, it was estimated that there were approximately 7.7 billion people in the world. Almost all the necessary vegetable quantities for a 4-member family can be produced on about 200 square meters of garden space. It is known that arable land currently covers an area of about 31 million square kilometer. On this land, the vegetable quantities needed to feed 155 billion people, or over 38 billion 4-member families, could be grown. There are not too many people. There is more than enough space for everyone, except for greed.
Bingo. Greed is the problem. People, we shouldn't have to be paying for food. If you think about what they said, like the whole human population with enough land to grow your own vegetables could be living in a place the size of Iran and live the rest of the world without any humans. It's incredible that because people are greedy and they have taken ownership of all this land, the rest of the world is in poverty, hungry, have no way of sustaining themselves. That's just sad. But I think we should just all start growing our own foods. We should just find a way way to move out of the cities, get some land, even if it's a little bit, like get land, start planting, start raising animals. The way things are going is not looking good for us, but the food prices are gonna be so high that we're not gonna be able to afford it. Even people that are working, we're not gonna be able to buy anything. We're gonna have the money, but the prices are going to be so high that we're not going to be able to buy it. It just feels like something bad is happening, and it's going to be happening soon. But what do I know? I'm just a dude on YouTube. Let me know your comments down below.
And then we have another crazy billionaire, Bill Gates, says there's too many of us. His thing by 2030 is to depopulate the planet. And I just wondered, like, are we part of the population that he wants to depopulate? Says there's too many of us. And he says it. And people go, it's a conspiracy theory. It's a conspiracy theory. He f***ing said it. You can go on YouTube. He said Bill Clinton, Bill Gates.
That was funny. Also, a lot of people don't know that the term conspiracy theories was a term created by the CIA in order to discredit whistleblowers or people telling secrets about stuff that was hidden or that they were planning to do.
Why do you think this celebrity is avoiding Hollywood parties?
Kai Cenat got invited to Michael Rubin's all-white party by Aiden Ross, but for whatever reason, Kai didn't want to go.
Go, check this out, look. This is Michael Rubin's all-white party for July 4th. Would you like to go with me? No. wait, no? I got invited to the other one. I said not. Oh, you're going to another July 4th party? No, I got invited to the last Michael Rubin. Why didn't you go? Because, I don't know, I didn't want to go.
Okay, you know why
if you're not doing anything July 4th, would you want to go to the all-white party? Wait, you got invited to the all-white? Yeah. He's in the chat. Hey, just keep tag, make sure you got... Do you want to go with me? Oh. Come on. July 4th is when we do fireworks and shit, bro. It's what? Oh, that is true. That is true. Okay, makes sense. All right, bro. Thank you. Shit, I'm having the time of my life.
Kai Cenat is not trying to be violated. That's why he's not going to these parties. Let me know what you think in the comments below and stay weird.
I mean, Kai Cenat knows what's up. He ain't trying to get Diddy. Not only that, but like, you see Kai Cenat is always thanking God for everything that he's gained. Like, I don't know, but I think Kai Cenat believes in God. So, like, he's not trying to mingle with those type of people. At least on the surface. I'm not gonna say and I'm not gonna vouch for anybody. Because you never know. From what I've seen from him, like, he's always thanking God. He's always praying. Let me know in the comments what you guys think.
What has been going on in these skies ever since the solar eclipse, y'all? Things have been different. Look at this. So you guys know how Hurricane Beryl just left Texas? Well, this ominous thing has been in the skies ever since then, y'all. Look, I zoomed in a little bit for you guys, but look at this. It looks like some kind of some entity with his back turned to us. Y'all see that? And it's got like some tail. This is in St. Marco, Texas. Like, what is going on up there? And do you see the dark, ominous clouds? Look at that. Just look at these clouds, y'all. Even when you zoom in closer, look how ominous it looks. It literally looks like something out of a movie, like the mist or the fog. Y'all see that? And the sun too. And people are also stating that they're seeing the Red Kachina in Texas as well, y'all. So could that be the trigger for it? You know what I'm saying? Because every time this thing comes around, something happened. Y'all see what's going on in California. Y'all see what's going on in Texas. And now, yeah. But let me know what you guys think about this video. Like, comment, and share for more videos like this. Follow me on all these platforms, y'all. And let's continue to get this shift. Peace in.
Not gonna lie, that really looks weird. You could plainly see that he has horns and that he has a tail. I don't know. I can't say what it is, but if that's a cloud formation, that's really weird. You guys let me know in the comments below what you guys think it is.
Gaga's close friend, Crowleyan Satanist Marina Abramovich, was catapulted to infamy as one of the subjects of the most bizarre of the WikiLeaks revelations, tying Hillary Clinton's campaign chairman, John Podesta, and the highest echelons of government to Satanist organizer Aleister Crowley and his satanic sex magic cult. Abramovich, quite like Gaga, likes to dress up like a witch and to adorn herself with goat's heads and devil horns and all sorts of satanic symbols.
I'm obsessed with this woman. She is so incredible.
The satanic spirit cooking ritual is better known as the Cake of Light ritual among Crowleyan Satanists, and is like a blasphemous satanic sacrament practiced by Crowley's OTO members that mocks Jesus' Last Supper of partaking of unleavened bread in remembrance of Jesus' love and death for the sins of the world to deliver them from hell. As you can see, she also uses Crowleyan symbols like the triangle and the number of the Antichrist, 666. All of this is quite revealing as to what many of these people in the higher echelons of politics and the entertainment world are all about. Incredibly, in Abramovich's spirit cooking video, we see her bring an effigy of a child that she puts near the wall with the other ingredients as part of the spirit cooking dinner. She then proceeds to splash the child effigy with blood. The demonic entity that identified itself as Satan to Crowley demanded to be worshipped by the sacrifice of children repeatedly. The Book of the Law commands.
What can you say? I mean, that's plain as day. They worship Satan. And that lady I've been reading, she was a student of Aleister Crowley, which is like a well-known Satanist. That goes to show for people that are usually calling us out to be conspiracy theories because we say that all these artists are Satanists and they worship Satan. Think about that. She is a well-known Satanist. They're seen with her all the time and they worship her, like literally worship her. Like there's a video of her and JC like doing some creepy ass dance and then he's kneeling in front of her with like some wicked ass smile on his face. And these people is what people look up to in these days and they worship these people as well. Like when they go to their concerts, when they watch them on TV, they even defend them without even knowing what these people are all about. Crazy times, guys. We're living crazy times.
I'm going to show you possibly the biggest lie in history, at least if a lie could be measured by money. And that is because it is a lie two specific companies would love you to believe. Unfortunately, many say there may be nothing we can do to fix this lie. And the lie is that there is a world's richest person. Currently, this richest person is Elon Musk. And I'll show you why some of the darkest organizations want you to believe this. According to Forbes, people like Elon and Jeff Bezos are the world's richest people, but they can only list people whose assets are visible or public knowledge. Try as you might, there are people and organizations with assets so secret it is impossible to calculate their wealth. And since wealth is unfortunately power, this is a problem. For example, there is no way to know the worth of Vladimir Putin or the Saudi family. People can give estimates like saying they're worth $1.4 trillion, but this is nothing more than a guess. Knowing that assets can be hidden leads us to these two organizations, BlackRock and Vanguard. And there is good reason many people say these companies run the world. And the strange part is that both of these companies are the biggest investor of the other. For many, this is a massive warning sign, especially since they own a huge stake in all the major news networks. This includes Fox and CNN. And on a side note, they would seem to profit from the rhetoric that keeps us divided, along with having major sway in what the networks can say. Big Pharma? Vanguard owns huge shares in Pfizer. Oil and gas? They hold Shell, even Microsoft. And the scariest part is that they hold majority voting power in many of their investments. So who is the owner of them? They are so heavily invested in each other, it's strange to call them two companies. A quick Google search and a legal probe will show you that nobody actually knows who owns them. And because the organization is private, nobody knows who is a member of the company, though Vanguard has said that BlackRock has a unique company structure, which doesn't sound sketchy at all. There is one very public figure, however, and this is Larry Fink. He loves working at deep levels in the government and has no political affiliation because he will go wherever the money flows. He tried being the secretary for Hillary Clinton and was brought on as an advisor for Trump. He plays both sides. We saw this as he tried for the position of secretary for the Biden administration. So with all this mystery around the BlackRock Vanguard group, who is the richest person? If we go back in history, we can see that the Rothschild family is one of BlackRock and Vanguard's biggest holders. And conspiracy theorists have had a heyday with the stories of this family over decades. Other shareholders include the Bush family and even the royal family of England. So though we may know the families tied to these organizations, we may never know who runs them. And these shady individuals clearly have a reason they want to keep it that way. Welcome to the Gleek.com channel as we reveal more about the world of money and crypto.
You don't have to dig any deeper than that. All you need to know is that the Rothschilds and the Bushes are part of it and that they control Microsoft as well. Like now you can see where all the evil stuff is coming from. Follow the money. Hey guys, let me know if you liked the video tonight by commenting down below. Hit that like button. Share this video to all the people that you think might enjoy this content. That's it for tonight. See you next time. Peace.